Chief of Defence Staff Abayomi Olonishakin says strict compliance with the provisions of the Code of Conduct will ensure transparency in day-to-day operations of the Nigerian Armed Forces. He made this statement while declaring open a two-day workshop on provisions of the Code for members of the Armed Forces. Celestina Area reports.
Section 153, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended establishes Code of Conduct Bureau. Its powers are provided under Part 1 of the third schedule of the Constitution. Its mandate is to maintain a high standard of morality in the code of conduct of government businesses and to ensure that actions and behavior of public officers conform to public morality and accountability. It is becoming increasingly necessary to sensitize officers and men of the armed forces of Nigeria on the code of conduct and their constitutional responsibilities, and this has informed this two-day workshop. The Chief of Defence Staff, who declares the workshop open, says it is especially relevant for senior officers who not only draw funds from government coffers but are responsible for resources at their disposal. He stresses that his administration has always canvassed and pursued a system that emphasizes judicious use of scarce resources to optimize value.
The objectives of this workshop is to educate and sensitize officers and men of the armed forces of Nigeria on the code of conduct and other constitutional responsibilities. As members of the armed forces, strict compliance with the provision of the code of conduct is an opportunity to express a transparent stewardship in our day-to-day activities.
On his part, the chairman of the Code of Conduct Bureau, Mohammed Issa, believes the application of punitive measures will be minimized if top public functionaries of government were aware and abide by the Code of Conduct. This would reduce resources expended on prosecution of cases.
The enlightenment workshop is therefore an aspect of the preventive measures the Bureau undertakes to sensitize public officers and the general public on Code of Conduct for public officers as contained in Part 1 of the 5th Schedule to the 1999 Constitution.
At the end of the workshop, it is expected that these officers will pass on the knowledge acquired to their subordinates.
Members of the armed forces will be lectured on service ethics, Code of Conduct for public officers, and issues and challenges arising from non-compliance. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.